What is up, everybody? Mike here. We're going to be doing the first vlog in the new HELLCAT today. Well, of course, I guess I already did the first drive video, which was kind of like a vlog, but this is the first true regular vlog for the new HELLCAT. So I just wanted to talk today a little bit about why I chose a HELLCAT and what kind of deal that I got on this car. My channel has always been about being open and honest about everything, so wanted to go over kind of the price and everything just to give people an idea of, you know, what you can pick up one of these cars for. Now, generally you see one of these on a lot and MSRP is right around, there's a few options, but generally HELLCATs are MSRP wise, they're kind of in the same price range because there's not a ton of options that you can put on these cars. Get in front of this minivan, we're gonna accelerate. Just that little bit and the wheels are gone. It's just, this thing is so unbelievably tail happy, especially because, you know, it's chilly out and everything. I don't know if that'll pick it up on camera, but it's so, oh my gosh, 700 horsepower. But anyway, getting back to the point here as I get easily distracted, and that was like the 3,500 RPMs. This thing is quite the experience to drive. But anyway, going back to MSRP wise, most of the time, let me put my window up here. These cars aren't too, you know, they don't have a ton of options, so generally the MSRP is around the same price, usually around $64,000. But generally, you know, you see these on dealer lots and they have such high markups still. And this was like a big thing a while ago. There was a whole catastrophe with these cars about 4 or 5 months ago, I guess it was. Oh no, the sun's gonna ruin the camera. Here we go, I'm gonna sit and just put my head in front of the sun. But anyway, you know, there was a huge thing where Chrysler didn't really anticipate how well these cars would sell, so they didn't make enough of them, and then what they had was a bunch of people waiting to get one and couldn't get one, and people had deposits down on them. This is so awkward sitting in front of the sun. People had deposits down on them already, and they couldn't fulfill the order, so there was a whole big thing. So dealers that had them were marking them up. Oh my God, now the sun is directly in my eyes. Oh, this is so bad to make a vlog. Here we go. Now we're in the shady area here of all these trees. But anyway, so what you had were dealers marking these things up like 20 grand. You even had a dealership in New York that was selling them, marking them up, and people were buying them at $100,000 plus when the MSRP is like 65 grand for a car like this. So it was crazy. But anyway, I actually got a really good deal. So I'll go over that really quickly. And this is why, basically, the question of why I chose a HELLCAT. I know there were tons of cars to choose from, and a lot of cars that I hadn't even tested out yet. There were things that I wanted to drive, like the GTR, the F-Type, some other stuff. But really, the reason why I ended up going with the HELLCAT as soon as I did was just because it was the right deal at the right time. So the MSRP of this car was $64,985, and I actually got the car at MSRP, which, you know, it isn't like I'm getting some great deal. I'm just getting MSRP, but most of the time dealers mark them up at least a little bit. But you know, they were very cool about it, and they really wanted my business. You know, they were ready to do everything that day pretty much when I walked in. I didn't buy it that day when I went to look at the HELLCAT, but you know, they were already trying to make a deal with me when I was making that video. So anyway, got the car at MSRP, so it was like 64 grand. They gave me an amazing deal on my trade-in, which was a huge thing for me. You know, I was normally, you don't necessarily always want to trade a car in unless you don't care about the money, because you can get more for a private sale, of course, but private sale with a car that's as expensive as the Corvette was is always an issue, because then you got to, you know, it's tough to find a buyer who has however, you know, 60 grand to pay cash or anything like that, and I didn't want to go through all the trouble of having someone get a loan or whatever in the check for the car, you know, unless it was a great deal and I could find somebody to buy it. But luckily the dealership actually gave me 55 grand for the Corvette as a trade-in, which is a little bit more than it was worth, actually. And even when you look up on Kelley Blue Book and stuff for your trade-in, most of the time dealers won't give you that, just because that's even usually a little bit high, a little bit optimistic. And oh, and we're clear. But anyway, do a little bit of an acceleration here. So for, oh, that noise. Oh my God. Yeah, still getting used to the gearbox a little bit. I was a little bit clunky on the 2 to 3 there, but this is a really easy car to drive. But anyway, back to the point. You know, most of the time, KBB and stuff, you'll get a little bit less than that, but I get a great deal, and then I just finance the rest. So I was talking about, you know, why I wanted to get a new car. It was basically, oh, we got some bikers behind me here. Oh, this could be fun. But anyway, so that was why I just got a great deal. I financed about $9,000. So as you can imagine, my payments are not much. We'll swing the corners here. Bikers are gone. This car is so much fun to drive around. Oh, absolutely loving it. All right, I hope you can see them through the back thing. Looks like some type of street bikes there. I'm having a little bit of fun on these back roads. Here goes one. You see these all the time. These back roads are just great for bikes and cars alike, so you see it all the time. But anyway, so that was it. So that's pretty much the difference there. It was about $9 grand. And finance $9 grand, so only $9,000. You can imagine my payments are basically nothing. So, you know, always fun. And now here they are caught up to me again, and we're on a straightaway. But I'm still not at 500 miles yet, which is the recommended break-in, so I'm not gonna be revving the crap out of this thing. But anyway, so that's it. That's the deal for the car. That's pretty much why I decided to go ahead and go for a HELLCAT so soon. And I feel like, you know, I'm gonna drive this car and enjoy it for a while. And I'm sure that since I purchased it at around MSRP, you know, I'm sure that I can sell it for pretty much as I paid for it. There's still a ton of demand for these cars. Got the most blind corner in the entire world. Oh yes, okay. But anyway, so that's it. So that's why I chose a HELLCAT, and that's the deal that I got on it. So I just wanted to share that with everyone as the sun is now back being directly into my eyes. But anyway, so hope everyone is enjoying the new car so far. I certainly am, driving it around and everything. But hopefully these videos are interesting and people find them interesting. And HELLCAT is quite a machine. I really am excited about this opportunity. You know, like I said when I first picked this car up, you know, I don't know if this kind of thing is going to be around forever. You know, not naturally aspirated, sorry, internal combustion engine, a gasoline engine, producing this much power, and you know, it gets terrible gas mileage, but this kind of stuff might not be around forever. So I'm definitely very happy to own this car, and it was the right deal at the right time. So anyway, that's why I chose a HELLCAT for right now. That's the deal I got on it. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Always sunlight, oh my god. Always appreciate it. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.